episode 2 of my daughter's attempt to make me read the entire Book of Thrones series. Lots of books. We're in the Book of Eddard, and we resume. Yet Robert was Ned's king now, and not just a friend. So he said only, "Your Grace, Winterfell is yours." By then the others were dismounting as well, and grooms were coming forward for their mounts. Robert's queen, Cersei Lannister, entered on foot with her younger children. The wheelhouse in which they had ridden, a huge double-decked carriage of oiled oak and gilded metal, pulled by 40 heavy draft horses, was too wide to pass through the castle gate. Ned knelt in the snow to kiss the queen's ring, while Robert embraced Catelyn like a long-lost sister. Then the children had been brought forward, introduced, and approved by both sides. No sooner had those formalities of greeting been completed than the king had said to his host, "Take me down to your crypt, Edward. I would pay my respects." Ned loved him for that, for remembering her still after all these years. He called for a lantern. No other words were needed. The queen had begun to protest. They had been riding since dawn. Everyone was tired and cold. Surely they would refresh themselves first. The dead would wait. She had said no more than that. Robert had looked at her and her twin brother Jaime, and had taken her quietly by the arm, and she had said no more. They went down into the crypt together, Ned and the king he scarcely recognized. The winding stone steps were narrow. Ned went first with the lantern. "I was starting to think we would never reach Winterfell," Robert complained. As they descended in the south, the way they talk about my 7 kingdoms, a man forgets that your part is as big as the other 6 combined. "I trust you enjoyed your journey, Your Grace," Robert snorted. "Bogs and forests and fields and scarcely a decent inn north of the neck? I've never seen such a vast emptiness. Where are all your people?" "Likely they were too shy to come out," Ned jested. He could feel the chill coming up the stairs, a cold breath from deep within the earth. Kings are a rare sight in the north. Robert snorted. "More likely they were hiding under the snow." "Snow, Ned!" The king put one hand on the wall to steady himself as they descended. "Late summer snows are common enough," Ned said. "I hope they did not trouble you. They are unusually mild." "The others take your mild snows," Robert swore. "What will this place be like in winter?" I shudder to think. "The winters are hard," Ned admitted, "but the Starks will endure. We always have." "You need to come south," Robert told him. "You need a taste of summer before it flees. In Highgarden there are fields of golden roses that stretch away as far as the eye can see. The fruits are so ripe they explode in your mouth. Melons, peaches, fire plums. You've never tasted such sweetness. You'll see, I brought you some, even at storm's end. With that good wind off the bay, the days are so hot you can barely move. And you ought to see the towns, Ned. Flowers everywhere, markets bursting with food, the summer wines so cheap and so good that you get drunk just breathing the air. Everything is fat and drunk and rich." He laughed and slapped his own ample stomach with a thump. "And the girls, Ned," he exclaimed, his eyes sparkling. "I swear women lose all modesty in the heat. They swim naked into the river right beneath the castle. Even in the streets it's too damn hot for wool or for fur, so they go around in these short gowns. Silk if they have the silver and the cotton. If not, it's all the same when they start sweating, and the cloth sticks to their skin. They might as well be naked." The king laughed happily. Robert Baratheon had always been a man of huge appetites, a man who knew how to take his pleasures. There was not a charge anyone could lay at the door of Eddard Stark. Yet Ned could not help but notice that those pleasures were taking a toll on the king. Robert was breathing heavily by the time they reached the bottom of the stairs, his face red and lantern right as they stepped out into the darkness of the crypt. And that concludes episode 2.